And that's only the first thing that I have going tomorrow, is going to that location and having a little time documented there so that they won't call me next week, and kind of reevaluating where I am in my mind. Do I want to? I'm not necessarily saying I'm going to walk out of there and look back over my shoulder and say, "By the way, put me on the no call list." You know, first of all, if I do decide to do that, I'll deal with them more directly so I know that they understand that. But I'm not necessarily planning on doing that right now. I mean, I might think about it for a while. But let me just see what's going on. Um, and while I'm at it, was there something else I wanted to say to them or ask them about? Well, hopefully between now and the time I'm actually there, I'll think to ask them. Oh, yeah, I did just think of it, but I'm not going to talk about it. Okay. Oh, dang it. Set timer for 10 minutes.
Okay, 10 minutes and counting.
Thank you. So, after I go to that location that can't keep staff, they come and go like a... They come and go like, I don't know what. After that, what am I doing? I'm going to the Commission for the Blind to go to this luncheon. That's a positive thing. It's actually, I've been a student there for the whole term. Actually, I've been a student there for a couple of terms now, I think. Well, about 5 months now. A term lasts for 3 months, so. And I started in November, I believe. So, was it November? January. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. The point is, we're having kind of our graduation luncheon. And that's happening tomorrow. So, that's cool. The unfortunate thing about it is, I'm going to have to sneak out in the middle of it because the caring soul my boss is, if she watched this, she probably would say, "Oh, I wish you would have told me. We would have rescheduled," but it's okay. I have a conference call with my boss and one other person to discuss computer systems and applications and computer programs. I'm not going to go into a lot of details, but my boss is very concerned that that both of our needs are met. And basically, her former company manager and her IT guy set a system up that she's not as familiar with as she'd like to be, and she may well keep it, or she may go to something else. But if she goes to something else, she wants to make sure that it's something that we can both use, something that we'll both be happy with, something that maybe she'll be happy with and that I can use as a blind person. And there's really, we've got the right person on this conference call to explain things to her, and technically, I guess, to me, but anyway, that conference call is happening at 1 o'clock, and this thing's ending at, is it 1:15, 1:45? I'm not sure. So I'll have to sneak out and go to the conference call when I need to. In fact, I wonder if I can do this with a clock. I've got a timer going. Nah, I'll wait until the timer stops. I was gonna set an alarm, but anyway, that place, the luncheon, and while I'm at the luncheon, or not while I'm at the luncheon, the conference call, then while I'm still at the commission, hopefully I'll be able to exercise because that's where we've got the treadmill. That's where the treadmill is. Also, if I'm on a treadmill, I'm probably at the commission because we don't have one in our community exercise room. Well, if you call that a community exercise room, it's what, 2 or 3 bikes or something. And I, unfortunately, frankly, I don't see that I have room in this apartment for it. Even if I could afford one right now, I wouldn't order one because where in heaven's name would I put it at? So anyway, hopefully I'll be able to get some treadmill time before I have to leave. And from there, I'm going to AT&T. I have this phone. I talked about it last night, I think, or yesterday. I have a phone that works with AT&T. It's not an iPhone. It's just a excuse me. It's just a you can make calls, you can get texts, you can make and receive calls, you can send and receive texts, you can allegedly do email and Facebook and YouTube and all this stuff, but I don't know how to do any of those apps. It's a Nokia N86 is what it is. Yeah, it's an old ass phone. But the Nokia N86 will get me going with AT&T for now. It can be okay, I have to have a phone right now to be able to reach somebody where Verizon reception sucks. Meaning, Verizon reception sucks where I am right now. But it doesn't suck just about everywhere else I go, so I am not going to switch to AT&T. But the one place that the Verizon reception does suck, I am going to be once a week, and I need to be able to get calls out, so that's how I'm going to do it. Now, in the event that I end up getting a work phone, and in the event that it's an AT&T phone, which, if my boss gets it, it probably will, because that's what she works with. In the event that I get an AT&T work phone, it will likely be, I will likely change that. I will likely change that to something that I do on my work phone. But the work phone, it's nothing more than yeah, it could happen one day, maybe, if things turn out that way. Idea right now, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, my boss did say something about maybe wanting to set me up with that. But, we don't know exactly when I'm going to be doing jobs that will require that. And I am not inclined to bring it up to her again unless after the conference call with me and my boss and the tech guy, my boss says to me, okay, I want to go the iOS route. I want to go the Apple route. I want to get you... I want to get my company an iCloud account. I want you and me sharing an iCloud account. Then when the question becomes, okay, what iOS device are we going to use for this? Then I might bring up, we've got a couple of options. I've got an iPod that I could dedicate to this, or perhaps we should consider getting me an iPhone dedicated to work. That way, the first thing we'll do is set up the iCloud stuff. Then I'll remind you of something that you were talking to me about in what was it, November or December? And, if you choose to do that, great. If not, we'll whatever you want, boss. Basically, that's pretty much my attitude about a lot of things. Whatever you're the boss. Whatever,
Unlock. Button.
whatever
6:41 p.m.
is your, as you wish.
Try again. Messages. Doc.
Set an alarm for 12:55 p.m.
Okay, I set an alarm for 12:55 p.m.
Thank you. Now I've got an alarm to tell me to get out of there and be ready for the conference call. And the alarm I just heard tells me to go to another video.